The spring is almost fine. We haven't had a chance to get 5 minutes of sleep, so that's just the way it is. And if we are really bad at being honest, that's the reason why. My name is Karla. I'm a UX designer, and
This is the...
this is Fedya. We developed an app called CityGame. It's pretty much just treasure hunt. It's targeted for Danish people because you need GPS tracking, and we figured that mostly tourist guides will not do the 3G thing because it's too expensive in data. So it's for every tourist in Denmark that come to Odense, but it's also just for the main Odense citizen that want to have a fun day. So it's a treasure map, and you have to go through Odense to find the treasure and collect points. The idea behind it is that you learn something about the city that you live in, that you learn about the culture in the city, but also that you learn about the city itself, where is the streets and where is the fun house or where is and something like that. But also about being social. It's about being social because you collect points and you have a battle with your friends, and you can do it with your friends with just one phone, or you can have both your phones on. So we started out by making a report with just a lot of things in it, some nature, some arrows, some checkpoints, some medals, city stuff like that, just to work from. And then we started drawing a lot of things, and the first design we had was, because when you are inside the app, the only way you can design it is with a map, and a map is not really the way it is. So we tried to integrate it for the rest of the design and put Mr. Andersen on it, so it could be kind of Odense-ish. But after a couple of hours it didn't work out, so we threw it away and started all over. We decided to go with the orange color because the orange is a creative color, and we want people to be creative in the city and experience in another way. And then we have the city down here. It could be any city, but it's not like Sky. What is it? Sky Towers? Is that it?
That's good.
Yeah, that's the one. Because we are in Denmark, let's face it, it's boring. So that's the design we came up with and worked through. When you are inside the map and doing the tracking, you have the boring ugly yellow map, and you have an arrow that is you, with the little arms, it's a human. And then you have 3 kind of flags. The flags can be yellow, green, or red, and it depends on what quest you are on. If you are on a quiz quest, you will have the yellow arrow, that's you, and a red flag, so you know that it's a quiz quest you are going on. It could also be a quest about getting there the fastest as possible. You decide if you run, take the train, or what you want. And the last quest is about enjoying. So you get to a point, when you check in at the point, clockworks start counting down, and you have to enjoy the view. And maybe further on there could be a quiz that asks you, have you actually seen what we wanted you to see? More things you can do about the app, this is what we have done so far, is that you get points through the quests. The more points you get, the better you are. And if you get, for example, let's say the quest says you have to have 30 points to get through this. If you get the 30 points, they will tell you there is a coffee shop right nearby, and we have an agreement with them. So if you have the point, you can show it in the cafe, and you will get a cup of coffee free. Yeah, and if you haven't succeeded, you can just pay. Another thing we're talking about is making the GPS mapping image thing that is not really big in Denmark yet, where you start quests and you get a note telling you, let's see what kind of drawing you're going to have at the end of it if you do it right. And then the sponsor thing, we need that if we are going to be able to provide free coffee when you succeed a quest. Yeah, and then we have the last one. We have right now been fast from one point to another. And this is just a brainstorm that maybe fitness could be involved, like in one go running thing. Brainstorm.
Well, I'm going to talk about the technical part. It is a native application with an Objective-C that uses all the normal APIs without any external data, and it uses the it uses the data from audiences about the parks, about the statues, and all the sightseeing stuff. Though we had to work some data on top of it.
That's the data.
Besides, I don't know why we decided to tell about it, but for some reason the source code is 4 megabytes and the application itself is less than a megabyte. So I don't know if you. One second, but let me show you. So I have it on my phone, and this is just how you say a fake prototype.
Yeah, a prototype. And it will just show how the person move from one point to another, because that's how it would work in real life, but only in the world, of course.
Here you see different quest type.
Yeah.
Different quest type. Each time you get to the location, you have an option to make a checkpoint, and that was the sightseeing quest for 5 seconds to be fast here. Then we go to another place, and
you have to check in to get the point.
of course, and you need to be near the place.
Yeah.
And then you go to the final place, and hooray, you made it. And the ship out works, but it's
They both.
yeah, but I guess try. It's all safe in your device. Oh, also tries the timer. So you can share how long have you been playing with this stuff, how much you have earned, and just have a conquest with your friends. It would be a great idea if you could like group battles. When you get to one place, you say that you have a group. But those are ideas.
So you can kind of, I've done the fastest time by all of the people that are doing this quest, and then you can send it directly to one of your friends that you think, you're better slow, I can beat you in.
And you can select which kind of walk you want. And this is a different way to walk. So just to show you that we can do it.
Yeah.
Questions?
You mentioned drawing, mapping out your routes and drawing pictures. You know about figure running? Oh, you've got it.
Yeah, it's not famous in Denmark. You see Amanda all the time on Facebook. Where people write and look at me, I'm doing exercise. It's really annoying. But that's the only thing, and it's just a route. Yeah. But it's a really fun plot, and you can do it like you're in Odense. We were talking about that. That you could walk in a hat for hand scratching Anderson, or you could walk in a dog, not vocal, but thing. And when you start, if you just press, I will try to do it, but you have to look at your phone and you have to do as it tells you.
You don't have any routes going over major roads, so if you're looking at